Hello guys, welcome to another episode of FPL Scanner, only on Mavzone Sports. In this episode, I'm going to discuss my team's performance in Game Week 9, which I must say has been disastrous. I hope to climb back up the leaderboard in the coming game weeks. So, let's begin. First, let us take a look at the results of Game Week 9. Chelsea performed as predicted, bagging all 3 points. So did Everton, who managed to get a 3-2 win over Fulham, away from home. My trust in Everton has repaid me in at least avoiding a worse performance this game week. Bruno Fernandes continues to light up the Premier League with a hot streak that has seen him finish with double-digit return. Elsewhere, Son has proved to be a big game player, just like I mentioned, and led to Spurs beating Manchester City 2-0 at home. Finally, it was a dull game and hard for me to see Arsenal failing to score at Ellen Road. Now, let us look at the top players this week. Dominic Calvert-Lewin has taken the top spot with a brace and scoring 13 points in the process. A lot of managers had let go of him, but he is back and will surely be the player to be transferred in the most. So, if you haven't got him, do so before he becomes more expensive. At number 2 spot is Liverpool's Robertson, who had a return of 12 points from the fullback position. He is one of the elite defenders in the Premier League, but his high price tag may be an issue for many. It's no surprise to see Bruno Fernandes in the team of the week again. Lack of budget has cost me dearly as I was unable to make his transfer for game week 9, and now he has become even more expensive. James Milner on the other hand got a rare start in the lineup, and he repaid his team with a wonderful performance and 11 points. A special mention to Son, of whom I spoke extensively in my previous episode. If you haven't seen it yet, find the link in the description box below. His return of 10 points is proof that FPL managers should think twice before letting go of this player. Now, let us take a look at my team performance for game week 9. This week I failed to reach the 50-point mark, and this has to do with Aston Villa's loss to Brighton. Also, the unavailability of Zaha due to illness and Leicester's loss at Liverpool meant I had no one to cover for this loss. My team has now come down the leaderboard. I need to analyze the situation well to prevent another slump in the next game week. This takes us to game week 10. In this episode, I am going to discuss my transfer options differently than my previous videos. If you like this format, please drop in a feedback in the comment box below. First up is the fixture between Crystal Palace and Newcastle. I have to definitely move out Wilfried Zaha because he seems to be missing out on the coming game weeks as well. This fixture can go either way, and I think I'm gonna stay clear of this. If at all I had to look into another player from this fixture, that would be the fullback Patrick Van Aanholt. We have seen many defenders come up with a high points return this season, and he has the potential to do that. Next fixture sees Liverpool playing away from home at Brighton. I should be definitely looking at Robertson, but I also feel I will not be able to afford him. Diogo Jota is sure to continue his fine form in the Reds lineup with Salah's absence. If he continues playing this way, it might be difficult to displace him off the team. He seems like a likely option to me, and he has become the most transferred in player this game week. Sadio Mane definitely has the opportunity to fill in for the absence of Salah, and has occasionally scored a brace and even some hat-tricks along the way. However, his price tag is quite steep considering his form. The next fixture to discuss sees Manchester City welcoming Burnley to the Etihad. I feel Pep Guardiola must be looking forward to this one in order to steady his ship and get back to winning ways. And when that happens, Kevin De Bruyne is often in the scoring sheet or the assist list. But will I be able to afford him? Let's see. On a defensive front, João Cancelo has the potential to emulate what Robertson has done for Liverpool. Had he been a little budget friendly, I would definitely have given a try. Everton are the team I am backing all along in the next few game weeks. They are going to play Leeds in the game week 10. Leeds were able to hold off Arsenal in game week 9. But I feel this one is going to be a high scoring fixture with goals coming in from both ends. My decision to keep Dominic Calvert-Lewin has finally worked out, and hopefully he will be giving me more points. If you haven't got him in yet, what are you waiting for? Richarlison had a decent game last week and made some great attacking moves from the left side. He was really unlucky to not score in that match. I must say he stands out as a probable option to me. James Rodriguez had a poor game week 9, and my decision to give the captaincy to him did not work out for me. If only I had chosen Calvert-Lewin instead of him, but then it is easier to say that once the games are played. Getting your guesses right is what makes Fantasy Premier League so exciting to play. In spite of my inclination to Everton players to be on the scoring sheet, I feel Patrick Bamford is also a likely option to score. I had seen him play in the game against Arsenal, and I feel to like his gameplay. Expect this game to have goals from both ends. Next game to feature in this week's fixture is between Southampton and Manchester United. I guess the majority of you already have Bruno Fernandes or are thinking of getting him. However, the recent surge in transfers has resulted in his price move up to 10.8 now. I guess I have to analyze my transfer plans carefully if I have to get him in my team. Lastly, the game that I'm going to discuss is the one between Leicester and Fulham. Leicester have dropped points recently, and they have always come back to stake their claim as genuine title contenders. If you are looking for a replacement for Kane, then look no further than Vardy. He will definitely be delivering points with having a relatively easier fixture list in the coming game weeks. Yuri Tielemans can be a really good budget option, considering Leicester's next few games. He has all-round potential for goals and assists. It seems Castagne is finally going to be back in the Leicester lineup and deliver some much-needed punch to the attacking side. If you are looking for defenders to replace, Leicester may provide some really good options. The remaining fixtures of this game week are really tough to predict. I'm planning to substitute any players from those fixtures onto the bench, but of course, at least one of Son or Kane needs to be in the starting lineup. So, for game week 10, I'm looking at my bench options and the clash between Spurs and Chelsea. I have decided to switch to a 4-4-2 formation and hope that the Leicester defenders deliver. The transfer that I'm forced to make already is Zaha, who will be unavailable at least for a few more weeks, and I don't want his value to drop. So, to preserve some funds for further additions, I have decided to go for Liverpool's Wijnaldum. At 5.3, he can be considered a good backup to have in your team. For this game week, I have to take a hit of 4 points and avoid the mistakes I made in the previous game week. With funds available, the most likely candidate to replace to get Fernandes would be Jack Grealish. Villa results have lately not been going the way I expected to. But a closer inspection of my lineup suggests that I need to look out for Wilson, whose unavailability cost me last week. I could replace Wilson with Richarlison, who is a player to watch in the coming game weeks. So, that's it for the review of Game Week 10. A kind reminder that this week we have an early transfer deadline. So please submit your transfers before 6:30 p.m. GMT November 27th. If you like my videos, please type my channel name Mavzone Sports in your YouTube search box to find my other videos. Thank you for watching. Stay safe and see you soon.